42 years ago, I was milking cows and going to chapel on Sundays and all that stuff. And I fell in love with a lovely lady. And so we went off to the Bath Blues Festival. I got Moody Blues and sort of Led Zeppelin, all this West Coast bands. So we were right there, or rather I was. I'd talked Jean into it because she thought I was being carried away, you know. And so the next morning, having fallen in love with the whole thing, having seen the lights, I have to say, rather like St. Paul going to Damascus, you know, you kind of struck by the lightning. Well, I was struck by the show, and so at that point I was totally committed to running a thing on my own. So I phoned up the Coastal Hall at Bristol and asked them for a few bands' numbers, because I didn't know how to do it. And so it all started from there. And so I got a few bands lined up, which included Marc Bolan and T-Rex. And for that first occasion, the sun shone all day long and right down to the evening behind the tour, the sun was going down. It was such a fantastic day.
Hardly ever since.
And it was only £1 to come in, and people got free milk as well, because they couldn't get the milk lorry in. So we gave the milk away, and apparently that was a legal thing to do, because it wasn't pasteurised. So I ticked off for that. But it was just really one day, really.
And
But
now,
fantastic.
now, when I
And,
first went 10 years later, 82, it was still only one field. And I remember there was a stage at the bottom, and we all went down to watch, and then camping above it, and that was it, wasn't it? And it now takes over how many fields?
Or, 1,200 acres, actually. But numbers of fields is probably 150 fields.
Yeah. It is like an instant city, isn't
I'm
it?
absolutely packed out wherever crowded. In fact, Melvin can show me up on that one. Because he does the operations, you see. So we sell it in about 3 hours, you know. So we sell 150,000 tickets, and then we got 40,000 non-payers for all the helpers and all the kids, and all local people get free tickets as well. So we got close on 200,000 people. And of course it's a huge thing, and it's great fun.
It is great fun, but I do think that the spirit of Glastonbury has changed a lot, and I'm sure you feel this too, that when I first started going, there was a real sense of sort of communality there, a sort of sense of, you know, we're all in this together, and it's different, and it's nothing like the outside world.
Yeah.
I don't feel that nearly so much now, do you? Except in a few little areas, perhaps the
Is it
green
like that now? I
spaces.
don't think it's like that now.
Not nearly as much.
But people come because they love to be there, though, don't they?
Yeah.
And it's really nice people.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all nice, that's the point. So the thing is that they do get on exceedingly well, but they had a lovely atmosphere, there really is. And I think it's better now than it was.
Do you?
Personally. I mean, through the 80s, it was a nightmare, wasn't it? But
There have been some terrible years.
through the 80s, with all that beanfield stuff and Stonehenge closing down. And so we had to handle all of that. And Melvin was on the gate down, all that was happening. And so we were freezing with fear, weren't we?
Terrifying. Absolutely
Do you
These
mean
buses
when they were
coming
storming the festival, they were all
yeah,
climbing
well,
over
they
the
were coming
walls?
at the hedges and trying to get
Yeah.
through hedges with these buses and stuff. I mean, it was a hell of a job, it really was. I don't call that fun.
No, I agree.
you?
That was a horrible year. I remember it was so crowded. You actually couldn't walk without feeling you were going to get squashed to death.
That was later. This time was there was a point at which they were trying to fire, you know, set
Was it
fire to Michael's
85?
house.
Was it 85?
Yeah, I mean, literally,
And-
it was awful. It
yeah.
was awful years.
Yes.
So I
That was
led
in the
them.
middle of the Thatcher years.
Yeah, it was all to do with Thatcher as well.
Yeah.
A bit of that anti-thing, but the miners were on security when she closed down the coal mines, remember?
Yes.
So we gave them a free ticket and put them on security, so they didn't really know how to deal with it. But I mean, they were quite good. But so all that angst was going on at the same time, because it's very political in those days.
Do you feel that the festival
think
still is political? Is
I
it?
think it is actually. If you watch the film on Friday night, BBC 4, next Friday, you'll see what I'm talking about.
What is
And
that?
it's all in it. It's a hell of a good film by Julien Temple.
Oh yes, I've seen that. Yes.
Which is all the non-music. I haven't seen this one. This is a new one.
Oh, a new one. Oh, okay.
Which is, this is all the southeast corner stuff. It's all the Travellers' Fields and all that stuff, you know. There's the Shangri-La, the Common, Block 9, Arcadia, Tri-City, and all that stuff is on the film for a whole hour and a half. Next Friday, 10 o'clock on BBC 4 TV, and it's going to be one hell of a show, that.
Okay, that sounds great.
That's